Okay, well, my name is Charlie Mack. I run Mac A Million Dollar Man Music. I've been doing this for quite some time. I've played so much music I can't even really keep track of everything that I've done, and it's just ridiculous. Thousands of songs, many of which have come through Music Xray. We've been doing quite well as far as placing music. We don't try to, exceed what we're doing, but we try to stay consistent with it, and that allows us to stay relevant with what we have. So experience-wise and who we work with pretty much every major network you can think of, a lot of major labels. Just to run off a few, let's just say VH1, MTV. VH1 is like one of our biggest supporters. We place hundreds and hundreds of tracks in their network. MTV is large. TLC, MTV2, MTV Xray. We have an extensive relationship, believe it or not, with country music artists. That is actually one of our biggest genres of music. And I grew up. My father's favorite artist was Patsy Cline, in fact, and I grew up listening to Hank Williams Jr. and when I was a teenager. You know what I mean? So I did a lot. I've done a lot of different things. So my music palette is so large. It's very wide and broad. Well, when I'm listening to the music that's submitted, basically what I'm looking for is music that is current sounding. Quality is my main hot button. If you want to say there's a hot button, quality would be the main thing. A lot of people want to send music that they haven't spent a lot of time producing or creating, but it sounds good, and it may even in fact be hit songs, but the only thing that we're going to be able to use is something that's quality, that's prepared, broadcast ready, that's retail ready, something that we can take directly from the artist directly to the consumer with just a few minor things. We may do some mastering or something like that, but many artists think that mastering will help fix the audio, and if it's kind of like making food. If you start with great ingredients, you're going to come out with great food. And with the music, if you start with poor quality, you're going to end up with not so great of a quality sound recording. So, my main thing is you have to put the quality before pretty much everything. I mean, I've licensed music that the music may have not been so great, but the quality was on spot, so we were able to place it. And a lot of times, that's the most important thing. You have to start with great quality. So that's my hot button. Obviously, performances are important. Strong hooks, something that's going to great production, something that's going to hold the listener's attention. That's it. Well, basically what we do is we pitch the music on a 90-day term. So typically when we get music from artists that send music to us, either we're trying to pitch them for a specific project. Most of the time we get a deal. If we don't get a deal through those particular submissions or the pitches that we run, we do keep the artist on file, and if we have something else that comes up in the future, we went back and signed artists from a year or 2 years back and brought them back into our current situation. Sometimes we have deals where we may not necessarily need the artist at that particular point in time, but there will be something that presents itself. Some artists are just that good that their music is going to be timeless regardless of, whether we're able to use it now or whether the client that we're pitching the music for that particular opportunity. So, that's pretty much what you can expect from us. Oh my God, I love Music Xray. As far as the reason is because the artists are more serious. It says a lot when an artist is willing to invest in their career. And I tell artists this all the time. Regardless of what level they're at, you have to be willing to invest into what you're doing because no one's going to pay attention for you. You have to pay attention for yourself. You have to invest in yourself. And then when you become, when you're able to invest in yourself, someone else will take interest in investing in you. And that's the beauty about Music Xray. It teaches artists to take pride in what they do, and have confidence in their material. So that's, primarily why I use Music Xray. I mean, over the years, during the time that I've used Music Xray to recruit artists and bring artists into, my business, I would say definitely 75 even percent of the artists that I work with currently have come via Music Xray.